Recording live from the Northeast Georgia Business RadioX studio. This is Northeast Georgia Business Radio. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to Northeast Georgia Business Radio. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon. And yes, we're coming to you live from the beautiful Empower College and Career Center of Jackson County. I have with me yet another great guest, Miss Amanda Ledbetter with Better Led Solutions. Amanda, welcome to the Northeast studio.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here. You know, sitting in the studio alone, people look at me like, what is that guy doing? And after a while, you know, you just kind of buy into it, I guess.
Yeah, you need some company.
Exactly. I need someone to talk to.
Yeah, well, I'm here.
Awesome. I'm glad you made it in. Better Led Solutions. Boy, that can be all kinds of different stuff.
Yes, it could.
But you focus on the billing / receivables.
Yes.
The business side of business.
The business side of your business, yes.
Talk to me about that just a little bit. And then we're going to find out a little bit about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Better Led Solutions we are a local independent billing service. We're more than just a billing service, but we do many things, but we really focus on the revenue cycle management piece of your business. We focus on behavioral health. That is our specialty. So behavioral health billing.
I can't even say it.
Behavioral health billing.
That too. So, Amanda, you've been doing this for about 10 years in the billing world. Billing world am I saying that? I guess I'm saying that right?
Yes, you're saying that right.
I don't think I've ever said that before in my life.
Yeah.
The billing world. About 10 years.
Well, it's kind of behind the scenes. A lot of people don't talk about the billing piece. So, yeah.
A lot of people don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to deal with it.
How did you get into it? You didn't maybe you did just wake up one morning. I don't know.
No. I've actually been in behavioral health for, probably 20 years. I started out as a social worker. So I started out actually in the field of behavioral health and providing services to people in the community. I did that for quite some time. And then I ended up going and working for a community service board. And that's where I took more of a behind the scenes billing part of the behavioral health piece. So I joined their billing department and been there for over 10 years now, working for the revenue cycle management and leading that team there.
Gotcha. So as a social worker, you were seeing things close up.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't just study about it; you actually lived it a little bit.
Yes, I lived it a little bit.
That's got to help you in real life.
Yeah, it helps me
going forward, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, not only professionally, behavioral health is my specialty as far as the billing goes and revenue cycle. We can talk about what revenue cycle is later.
Oh, we will, because I had honestly no idea. And I'm a business owner.
It's like one of those fancy words.
Lovely.
Yeah. So, but it's just not only professionally. Is it important to me? But I think on a personal end, I have had a very, very important family member who was in very much need of behavioral health services and was able to receive those services and, is now doing very well. And
Good.
So just I think on a personal level, behavioral health services are extremely important to our communities and to the people in our communities. So that's kind of why
that's why you started Better Led?
Yeah. Yeah.
More or less.
Well, I started Better Led because through my partnerships with therapists and providers and clinicians, whatever you want to call them, in the communities that we serve, they consistently kind of had the same pain points. And they would say, I've gone into private practice now and I have no idea what to do with my billing. I can submit it through my electronic health record, but I don't know what to do when it comes back.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I don't know how to reconcile the claims and how do I get paneled on insurance panels? I have no idea. So they can't take commercial insurance because they don't know how to get paneled. So
can't do it, right?
Yeah. So I kind of thought, that's what I do, so that's what I'm good at. So I just thought, I'll start Better Led Solutions and try to kind of come alongside and partner with the local therapists.
Is that your ideal client? Clinics, therapists?
Yes.
People who are really good in their fields, but maybe not so much as a business person?
Correct.
No knock on anyone.
No. Yeah, they. So I kind of have two ideal clients. I would say one type of client that we best serve is a independent therapist who is going out in private practice. Maybe they just got licensed, they're starting their own practice and they don't know where to start. So we really kind of come in alongside and partner with them and help them with their credentialing, help them with their insurance verification, get them started, do all of their billing and all of that claim processing and everything. Our second type of clients that we best serve are maybe more of a group practice. So they have multiple providers in the practice, and maybe they're a little bit larger. Maybe the potential, like the billing service that they're using is not working out. We really partner with our clients so that whatever their specific needs are, we come in and really fill those gaps.
So that first client you talked about, you really want to catch them early.
Yeah.
You basically start with them on day one, their day one, from the very beginning.
Yep.
You kind of lay it out for them.
Right. We kind of walk them through how to set up the billing side.
I'm sure in some situations you are a savior to them. I'm dead serious.
Maybe.
Well, like I said, you could be the best psychologist in the world. It's not you're not good at something. You don't know.
Right. They're not
you
trained.
You don't learn it in high school. I mean, you don't. You went to college to be a doctor or something. You didn't necessarily take a business course.
Yeah, their skill set is in counseling and
helping people,
helping their clients.
making people better.
Right.
Not collecting payments.
Right, exactly.
And that's where you come in.
And that's where we come in
Awesome.
and really just kind of relieve that burden. It's a major stressor for especially new therapists, but any kind of practice. So we just come in and relieve those stressors so that they can really focus on developing their business and helping their clients.
I know from experience, I've been a business owner my whole life. I grew up on that side of it, right? I know sometimes you get so busy that it's not that you don't want to necessarily, you just don't have time to do the billing. You've got to send out 100, maybe 1,000 invoices. I'm sure email has made life easier.
Right.
But still, you got to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot involved.
You do a lot more than send out invoices. I know. Yeah. I'm not trying to cheapen what you actually do. I'm so sorry.
No. There is a lot involved on that aspect.
That's
people
just
don't
probably
have
the beginning
time.
of it.
Yeah. So it's really giving them back their time
Right.
that they're spending nights and on the weekends or maybe their free time now because they're having to do their billing.
And they're paying a professional. That's awesome. If there wasn't a need, you wouldn't be doing this. You're filling that need. You've said it a couple times. Revenue cycle. What is the revenue cycle?
Yes, revenue cycle. So it is really the entire process for a practice from when the client first calls to schedule an appointment and is reaching out for help. The revenue cycle piece starts there. You're collecting insurance, insurance information, you're collecting all the co-pays, all of that. You're verifying benefits. You got to find out if their insurance is active, what their benefits are, if it covers, your services. So all of that, it really kind of encompasses that front end piece that a lot of times gets forgotten about.
Right.
Then it also the claim processing, posting payments, the reconciliation, really just maximizing the services that the services that they provide so that they can maximize their revenue
And save their time. Or maybe better direct their time.
Better use their time
better use their time to do what they need to be doing. I got you. So revenue cycle is literally from the first day to that money, I guess, is in the right bank account.
Yep. Till the full balance is collected.
Now, you do a little collection. You do the collection side of it as well?
Yeah. So we process the claims.
That's kind of scary personally, but please tell me all about it.
Yeah. We process the claims. We send them out to insurance companies, and we can also do the billing to clients if they have any responsibility for co-pays, deductibles, all of that. We can send out client statements if that's needed, but yeah, we process the claims through the insurance company is the main thing. Working with them, insurance companies can be fun.
Do you go? Is that? I don't know if that's a can of worms we want to open, but yeah, I want to open it. You go back and forth.
Yeah,
you do that a lot.
We do that. Yeah, but we do that for our clients so that they don't even have to worry about it. We take care of that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really smiled when you said the back and forth part. So. Well, there's stories there. I'm going to get the stories out of you. Give me a story. Give me something to really make us appreciate what you're doing.
Well, I think
names and places creatively. Change those.
Yeah. Well, insurance companies, their initially they don't want to pay. They're trying to come up with every reason why your claim is
right. Why they're not going to pay it.
Correct. Yeah. So we really work hard, and that's where I think the revenue cycle, looking at it from the whole perspective of revenue cycle, so that you're making sure that you're getting everything in correctly on the front end at the beginning of the process, so that when you do process the claim, you don't have issues.
I imagine that how many hundreds of insurance companies there are. I imagine they don't all have the same process.
Nope.
A to Z.
Nope, they are all different.
Purposely, probably.
Yep. Each plan is different. And so, it's really just having that experience and being able to, know which plan is this, which plan that, and
who you're dealing with.
And who you're dealing with. Yeah.
You keep up with all that.
We do. We keep up with all that.
That right there alone would be a huge reason to have you come in. Now, I'm going to jump back a little bit. Your ideal clients, the second group. Mm-hmm. What, a group of professionals that work under one umbrella?
Yeah. So, like, for example,
it's built under one umbrella for different services. Am I getting that right?
Well, it's built under one umbrella. Like, one agency can have multiple providers under that agency. So you can almost like just like an independent contractor. So there'll be clinicians that go and work under this umbrella agency, and then really just kind of operate as their own independent business. Really, they're seeing clients and they're more operate under like a group practice.
I got you.
Yeah.
I think my point is you will help out, or you will take care of the one professional hanging out their shingle, or
no, each provider. We support, we support them all. Yeah.
Across the board, though.
Across the board. So kind of what sets us apart, I think, as a billing service is that each practice has its own account specialist. So they offer one-on-one support. They'll only have my support, but they also have somebody else who is pertinent to their account.
It runs through them more or less.
Yes. Okay. So they can call them, email, and we're very accessible. So yeah, we just really the main mission that we have is to just really be their partner,
Absolutely.
and not just another billing service that they don't hear from. We really come in and help to identify the gaps and different problem areas, and make recommendations and help to make adjustments so that they can really maximize the services that they're providing.
Make it get smooth for you.
Mm-hmm.
You offer several services, not just putting out invoices.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about these things. Credentialing, I mean, goodness, what is that? Credentialing.
Credentialing.
That sounds very important.
It is very important. If you want to get paid from insurance companies, credentialing is a must.
That is super important.
Yes.
How hard is that? What does that do?
Well, so it basically we just gather the provider's information, and then we submit all of the applications for them so that they can get paneled for just your Aetna, Blue Cross, Humana, all of those insurance companies. So again, each insurance company has different things that you need to do. So we take care of all that for them and get them credentialed so that they can start seeing clients with that insurance and actually get paid on their claims.
So you have to be more or less approved, on an approved list.
Yes.
Now, when you say provider, you mean the doctor, the specialist, the psychologist who you're working with, your client. That's the provider.
Yes, therapist. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Therapist, doctor.
When I think of provider right away, I think of the insurance company, but I'm on the other side of it.
Yeah. They call you can call them a clinician, therapist, counselor.
Gotcha.
We also work with prescribers and, that's prescribed medication, psychiatrists.
Okay. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
More or less the medical / health field.
Yeah.
That's your sweet spot. Do you even do anything for other industries at all?
We do.
I'm sure you're more than capable.
We do. We do have some primary care clients.
Okay.
And definitely love serving them as well. It's just that our niche is behavioral health. That's where.
Gotcha. Now, is credentialing and insurance verification, is that kind of the same thing?
No. So, that's not.
So you do even more.
We do even more.
The list grows, folks.
It's
awesome.
The insurance verification is on the front end as well. So that is at the beginning of service when clients, when a person would come in for services
your
with
client's
a therapist.
patient.
Yes. Their client would come in for services. We offer the service to verify their insurance, make sure it's active, make sure it's, sometimes.
It's legit.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Because if it's not active, then they won't get paid.
We got issues.
Right. So the goal is to get them paid on all the services. So we kind of try to check all those things at the front end so that we don't have any issues on the back end. So so we verify the insurance. That means calling the insurance company a lot of times.
Physically calling them.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yeah, you are a saint,
so
let me tell you.
We also could do some checks online, but a lot of times we need to call. So we will call and verify those benefits, make sure it's active, make sure that the services that therapist is going to provide is covered under their plan. So we check all of that, make sure no authorization. If authorization is required, we'll get that authorization. That's what the insurance verification does.
Now, this is very open-ended, but how long does one phone call take you? It might take you 20, 30 minutes.
It depends. Yeah. It depends on the insurance. It can be a quick call or it could be a 30-minute call.
You listen to the music forever.
Yep.
But that goes back to your client, the professional, not having to do that.
Right.
Or paying one of their staff. I just paid you to sit at a phone for 30 minutes.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of times too, they might not even be sure what to ask, what codes to ask for. You know,
You got to have codes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
CPT codes, yeah. So they don't know the CPT code. So, you know, there's lots of areas where it just allows them to focus on actually providing the service to their client.
What they're good at.
We'll take the headache away.
No, it sounds like you take more than a headache, a neck ache, a back ache, other aches and pains we can't say on the microphone. Something I picked up on your website, denial management. Is that the back and forth?
Yes. So that's if the insurance company comes back and denies the claim, then we will.
What do you do? Don't give trade secrets away.
Right.
But I mean, you can't just take it because that's all you'll ever do is take it.
Right. And a lot of times that's what happens with our clients. They get the denial and they don't know what to do after that. So they just leave it. So there's money sitting on the table there.
Exactly.
And typically when I do come in and do a consultation for a client, there is already a lot of money sitting on the table.
That's why they finally broke down and brought you in.
Which is another service that we do provide is we'll go back as far back as we can because there are limits to filing claims,
sure.
But we can go back and help them work those old denials and those old accounts to help them. And that's a lot of, initially when we would come on board, that's the major revenue boost that they do receive is because we are able to go back and work those old denials and bring them an immediate increase.
I got to imagine the revenue that they recover more or less probably covers your cost for the year or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow. So they're getting you for free.
Right.
Because in their mind, they've written it off.
Oh, yeah.
They've moved on.
They've moved on. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. After it sits there for a couple of months.
Yeah.
They're moving on. So, and we still have time to get those paid so we can work those. But yeah, so it is a lot of, and again, it's each one there's different items that can be wrong, you know, so, but a lot of what we do with the revenue cycle management piece is we help them clean up that front end so that as they're working with us, they don't have as many denials. And so it also increases their cash on hand because as we're processing those claims for them, maybe before they only got paid on half of them because they had some errors coming in on the
wrong codes. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
That client's insurance, they had a different insurance. They not only see the increase because now we're processing the claims and we get paid the next week for them. So they're getting, you know, way more money every week.
The way business should be done. And I imagine as you identify issues and maybe mistakes, problems that they were doing, they stop making those mistakes.
Yeah. We really work on communication is a big thing.
I can only imagine.
So as we're seeing things that, you know, that they may be doing in their practice, we come alongside them and help them to make those corrections. And again, that just only increases their revenue for them. So yeah, we really look at it as a partnership. You know, it's not just a billing service. We're not going to just not say anything if, you know, things are not paying or you're doing something that could, you know, maybe be changed in a different way so that, you know, you can get paid faster. So we really look at it as a partnership because our clients' success is really our success. So
absolutely.
And that's really how we look at it. So we want them to be successful.
Now, we talked a lot about billing. You do billing, invoicing. Do we leave anything out on that?
All of the billing, you actually submit the claims, you bring the payments in, you reconcile the client accounts, you know, you make sure
you do
that
all that
everything.
too, all the reconciliations?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you even handle the depositing or?
It gets deposited into their agency account. So we don't actually handle the money, per se, but we help that money get into their account.
I got you. Okay. No, well, hey, listen, you know, hey, here's the money. Put it wherever you need to.
But we work in their electronic health records. So that's the other thing. A lot of billing services will use their own electronic health record. And so you have to kind of transfer the data over. We can work in, because we have one-on-one account specialists, so they can work in your already existing electronic health record.
That's nice.
And, you know, because a lot of times they're already paying for billing in that record. So we can just submit those claims through there and it all kind of reconciles out in your system so they can have full visibility of what's going on.
That's a very important point. I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, usually if you're using some type of accounting service, even software, it has a way to bill. So you use their... Yeah,
we just, you know, partner with them.
They're not paying twice for it.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. All right, what did we miss? We've been going for over 20 minutes.
Oh, it's over 20 minutes
quick.
already?
It goes quick.
Wow.
Oh, just having a good conversation.
Yeah,
Just hanging out. What do we miss? What do we miss?
I think just kind of, again, what sets us apart is that we are local. We're in Georgia. We're not one of the nationwide billing services that
Right.
may be a little harder to get in touch with. We really pride ourselves on really working with the community and therapists and providers in our community. So we know the ins and outs of the Georgia billing requirements and all of that. So
Does that change a lot often?
it changes. Yes,
You keep up with that,
keep
though?
up with it. Yep.
Ooh, glad somebody does.
Lots of training.
Do you do a lot of training?
Yeah, we do.
Classroom hours or something like that? Or,
Yeah,
or Zoom calls now, probably.
A lot of Zoom.
A lot of Zoom calls?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, listen, you can make a decision not to do that and you fall behind.
Yeah, it's important to keep up with. I mean, especially with all the just after COVID, with all the telehealth,
Right.
right. requirements that came out, and they actually eased a lot of those requirements. So our mental health and behavioral health was able to do a lot more telehealth than in the past.
Gotcha.
So, but just keeping up on all that, we make sure that we know what's going on and all of the requirements to keep everybody in compliance.
Go down a rabbit hole here with me. The telehealth. Is that something you see? I know it during COVID it spiked, right? Has it decreased since? I'm just curious.
No.
Do you
People
see it
love
growing?
telehealth.
Do you see it growing in the future?
I see it stay. I think telehealth is here to stay. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope it is for our
I've got a
clients
financial
as well.
advisor pounding me up on the side of the head every day. You need to get into telehealth, and I've
Yeah.
never done it.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. It was great. That people could still get services and through telehealth, but it just makes it easier.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah.
a mom and you've got little kids and you've got an appointment, and to just get on the computer and have your appointment without having to get a babysitter and all of that is
Or
is
getting
definitely
everybody
a-
ready to
or
go.
getting everybody out the
and
door, and
getting
everybody's
over
got to go
in
yeah.
the car and back out of the car.
Yeah, and
and
transportation. Some of our
in
some
some
of
areas
the-
that can
yeah.
be an issue. Or rural areas, yeah.
Yeah, so telehealth has been great. So,
Cool.
but we, providers also that we work with also do in person. It's actually a pretty even mix now.
Is
So
it?
yeah,
Okay.
so we have a lot of in person and telehealth.
I was curious since you brought it up.
Yeah,
All right, you've got a website. What's the website?
www.betterledsolutions.com.
Better Led
Better
Solutions.
Led Solutions.
BetterLedSolutions.com.
.com.
And that's LED in the middle.
Yes.
Better Led.
Led.
Boy, is that a play on someone's name?
Maybe.
I don't know. People have just tuned in or something like, oh, what was her name? Whose name is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. That was my husband. He.
Smart dude.
Yeah.
Smart dude. Now, social media, where we at?
We're on Facebook.
Okay.
So we have a Facebook page, Better Led Solutions.
Gotcha. Do you want to give a phone number out?
Yeah, I can give a phone number.
678-964-0510. Does that sound right?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Hey, that's you.
And you can email at hello@betterledsolutions.com.
Perfect. Awesome. Real quick, what is the ideal client, though? A health professional?
Yeah. A health professional.
That's our target audience.
Yep.
All right. I got to know these things. Awesome. See, Amanda, that wasn't near as bad as we thought it was going to be.
No, it was fun.
I knew it was going to be fun. I knew we were going to have a good time. But we do appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Wish you all the success with this. You are filling a huge need. There's a giant dip where professionals are like, what do I do now? What do I do now? And you're filling it. And that is awesome. I'm vamping. They're going to play my music any second. And I got to wrap up. Amanda, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, check out Better Led Solutions. Amanda's a lot of fun to hang out with. But to the health specialists out there, check out BetterLedSolutions.com. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon. We'll talk to you soon.